Hi, my third grade students. In this meeting, we will continue what we had studied in the last video. In the last meeting, we had learned how to use some and any to ask and answer about food. And I have showed this presentation to you. So let's make a quick revision. Here we have look and read. Is there any pizza? Yes, there is some pizza. Is there any lettuce? No, there isn't any lettuce. So if you take a look at the first group here, we said that we use any in two cases. نستخدم any في حالتين. The first one is in question في حالة السؤال, and number two is in the negative form في حالة الجواب بالصيغة المنفية. So if you take a look at this question, is there any pizza? This is a question, and we use any with pizza. Why? Because this is a question. And here, no, there isn't any lettuce here, and this is an answer. هذه إجابة, but it's in the negative form. Here we have isn't, and this is the negative form. هي الحالة المنفية. So, as I said before, we use any for the question and in the negative sentences. What about some? We use some as this sentence. Yes, there is some pizza. So we use some in the affirmative sentences في الجمل المثبتة التي لا يوجد فيها أي نفي. So, and here, yes, there are some onions. يوجد هناك البعض من البصل. So, we use some in the affirmative sentences سواء كانت نحكي عنه إحنا الإشي singular or plural, يعني كان عندنا مفرد أو جمع. Now, let's continue our exercises. I want you to open your workbooks, page 82. So this is in your workbooks, page 82, and the grammar section, practice 2. In exercise number 9, you have to complete the food pictures, then write the food. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 words. في عنا 4 كلمات, and we have 4 pictures. في عنا 4 صور. First of all, you have to complete drawing these pictures. بدنا نكمل رسم هاي الصور الموجودة عندنا هنا النصف الآخر منها. And then you have to write the name of the food. اسم كل طعام. Let's start with the first picture. What do you think? What's this in the first plate? Is it egg? Is it lettuce? Is it onion? Is it tomato sauce? So what do you think? Excellent. So this in plate number 1, it's onion. So it's onion. So you have to write here onion and then complete drawing this picture. Now number 2. What do you think of this picture number 2? Is it egg? Yes, excellent. So this picture is an egg. So you have to complete drawing this egg here and then write the word egg here. What about number 3? Here we have this thing. What do you think of this thing? Is it tomato sauce or lettuce? What do you think? Yes, so it's lettuce here, and you have the drawing the second part of the picture. And what about number 4? What do you think here in number 4? Excellent. So it's tomato sauce. So here you have to write tomato sauce and then complete the food picture here, which is tomato sauce. Now let's move to exercise number 9. You have to look at this is also in your workbooks and on pages 82 and 83. So exercise number 10, you have to look at 9, read and circle. So you have to look at exercise number 1, which is the previous one اللي هو حليناه قبل شوي السؤال اللي قبله. Then you have to continue to read and circle the following sentences. Number 1. There are some or there aren't any mushrooms. الصور الأربعة اللي أخذناهم قبل شوي كان في الصور الأربعة في عنا onions, كان في عنا egg, كان في عنا lettuce, كان في عنا tomato sauce. Yes, so 4 pictures. There are some or there aren't any mushrooms. كان في عنا بالصور mushrooms? No. So what I should circle are some or aren't any. So the correct answer is aren't any. Why aren't any؟ لأنه ما كان في عنا mushrooms بالفور pictures اللي موجودة. So aren't any. Number 2, there is some or there isn't any tomato sauce. There isn't any or there is some tomato sauce. كان موجود عندنا tomato sauce. Excellent. So there is some tomato sauce. There is some tomato sauce. There is some tomato sauce. Number 3, there is some or there isn't any milk. Milk. كان في عندنا بالفور pictures موجود في عندنا milk? No. So what do you think? Is some or isn't any? Isn't any. Isn't any. So there isn't any milk. لم يوجد هناك الحليب. Number 4, there are some or there aren't any olives. There are some, there aren't any olives. Olives كان موجود في عنا بالفور pictures olives? No. So there aren't any olives. There aren't any olives. لم يكن موجود عنا olives. Number 5, there is some or there isn't any lettuce. كان موجود في عنا الخس. Excellent. So we have the lettuce in the four pictures. So the answer is there is some. لأنه دائما عندنا isn't أو aren't هي نفي أي أنه لم يكن موجودا. So the answer is there is some lettuce. And the last one, here we have number 6, there are some or there aren't any green peppers. The green peppers الفلفل الأخضر هل كان موجود عندنا بالفور pictures? No. So what do you think? Are some or aren't any? Aren't any. So the sentence would be there aren't any green peppers. Excellent. Now let's move to exercise number 11. You have to look and write the answers using some or any. So بدنا نستخدم هنا some or any to complete these or to write the answers of these questions. Look at this fridge. خلينا نطلع على الثلاجة هون عنا ونشوف شو في أشياء موجودة فيها. First of all, what can you see in this fridge? I can see tomato sauce. I can see some eggs. Excellent. This is milk. Excellent. This is milk. And what do you think of this? It's a jar of mustard. So this is a jar of mustard. Here some cheese, and here we have excellent green peppers. Now let's answer these questions. Exercise number 1. Is there any milk? So is there any milk? Now let's look at the fridge again. خلينا نطلع كمان مرة. Is there any milk? في عنا هون milk. So this is the milk. Excellent. So is there any milk? لاحظوا هون إنه عنا بالسؤال استخدمنا any لأنه دائما زي ما حكينا بالسؤال بنستخدم any وليس some. So is there any milk? إذا كان الجواب yes رح نستخدم فيه some. وإذا كان الجواب no رح نستخدم فيه any. So what do you think? What's the answer? The answer is yes, because there is some milk. So the answer is yes, there is some milk. Yes, there is some milk. Yes, there is some milk. Excellent. And question number 2. Is there any lettuce? So in question number 2, is there any lettuce? Look at the fridge. Look at this fridge and see if there is any lettuce. هل يوجد في عنا البعض من الخس? No. So the answer is no. No. Here you have to write no. There isn't any lettuce. No. There isn't any lettuce. Again, no. There isn't any lettuce. And number 3, is there any tomato sauce? Look at the fridge. What do you think? Is there any tomato sauce؟ هل يوجد عنا tomato sauce؟ Yes, so here is the tomato sauce. So the answer is yes, there is some tomato sauce. Yes, there is some tomato sauce. ليش حكينا some مش any؟ some أيوة لأن الجملة هون عندنا because sentence is affirmative لأن الجملة هي مثبتة وليست منفية لأنه يوجد a tomato sauce. So yes, there is some tomato sauce. Number 4, are there any eggs? Are there any eggs? I can see here the eggs. So yes, the answer is yes, there are some eggs. There are some eggs. ما حكيناش there is some eggs لأنهم eggs مجموعة رح ياخدوا عنا are. So there are some eggs. ليش some؟ لأنه yes لأنه الجواب عنا yes مش no. So yes, there are some eggs. And the last one, are there any cucumbers? Are there any cucumbers? هل يوجد لدينا الخيار؟ So what do you think? Can you see the cucumbers here? No, I can't see them. So the answer is no, there aren't any cucumbers. No, there aren't any cucumbers. No, there aren't any cucumbers. why any؟ ليه حطينا any؟ لأنه جواب no لأنه في حنا negative form لأن الجملة منفية. So no, there aren't any cucumbers. Now let's move to the last question. This is exercise number 12. You have to look at 11, write the questions. So please look at exercise number 11 in order to write these questions. هون نعمل العكس يعني هو معطينا الجواب بس إحنا رح نكتب السؤال. So what do you think? What's the question if the answer is yes, there is some cheese? Yes عنا الجواب yes, there is some cheese. تمام. أول خطوة رح نعملها هي رح نقرر هل رح أسأل ب is or are. يعني is أو are. إحنا في عنا هون cheese وcheese بتاخد عنا is أصلا هو حاطط لنا إياها هنا. هذا الإشي بدلنا. So cheese is. رح أبلش ب is أو are. So the first one هون the first word is. بحط هون is there. دائما is there يعني دول التنتين اللي عندنا هنا نعكسهم بدل there is بتصيروا is there بالquestion is there. نيجي على cheese احنا هون عندنا بنسأل سؤال is there بالquestion بالسؤال بقرر انه احط is there some cheese or is there any cheese زي ما حكينا من قبل انه السؤال عنا دائما باخذ any. So the question is بصير السؤال is there any cheese؟ هل كان يوجد الجبن في الثلاجة؟ Is there any cheese? And the answer is yes, there is some cheese. So here please write is there any cheese? Number 2. What's the question if the answer is yes, there is some mustard? Yes, there is some mustard. And what's the question? Again, first of all, you have to decide is or are. حط is ولا are. Here is. Excellent, because here we have is and mustard takes as is, not are. So is حطها أول إشي بالجملة is, then are نعكسهم بدل there is there. Sorry, is there. This is a question. As we said before, this is a question, and in the question we use any, not some. So the question is there any mustard؟ إحنا سؤالنا عن الماسترد. So is there any mustard? Here you have to write is there any mustard? And the answer is yes, there is some mustard. And question number 3. What's the question if the answer is no, there aren't any mushrooms? No, there aren't any mushrooms. Here you have to decide are or is. هون رح ننتبه منيح إنه إحنا رح نسأل عن المشرومز والمشرومز هم جمع plural يعني جمع. فالإشي رح يكون عندنا مش is are. So are here we use are. then there. So are there any mushrooms? Are there any mushrooms? Any كمان مرة any because this is a question لأنه سؤال. So are there any mushrooms? Number 4. What's the question of the answer? Yes, there are some green peppers. Yes, there are some green peppers. So here you have to decide is or are. are. So this is the are لأنه إحنا بنسأل هون عن green peppers هم مجموعة. So are, then we use there, are there, and this is the question, some or any. Excellent, any. So are there any? Then green peppers. Are there any green peppers? And the answer is yes, there are some green peppers. The last one here we have no, there isn't any turkey. So no, there isn't any turkey, and you have to decide is or are. Excellent, is. So here we have is, and the answer is the question is there. So is there any turkey? Is there any turkey? And the answer is no, there isn't any turkey. So لازم أول خطوة نقرر نحط is or are. نحط is or are، بعدين نحط كلمة there، هل يوجد هناك، نحط بعدين any. كلياتهم راح نحط فيهم any لأنه كلياتهم all of them are questions لأنهم كلياتهم أسئلة. بعدين راح نحط الاسم الفود اللي إحنا قاعدين نحكي عنه. Excellent my lovely students. Thank you. بحب أشكركم على حسن استماعكم. بتمنى تكونوا فهمتوا علي منيح للجرامر اللي أخذناه اللي هو how to use some and any to ask and answer about food. See you next time.